Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankees baseball here for you. And it's August 3rd, 1961. We got the Kansas City A's traveling up to New York to take on the Yanks. And leading off and playing shortstop for Kansas City is Dick Hauser. Batting second, playing third is Wayne Casey. Batting third, playing left field is Leo Posada. Batting fourth, playing first base is Norm Sebring. Batting fifth, playing second base is Jerry Lumpy. Batting sixth, playing right field is Darren Johnson. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Joe Pignatano. Batting eighth, playing center field is Bobby Del Greco. And batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Kansas City A's is Bob Shaw. Let's take a look at the hometown New York Yankees starting lineup for today's game, folks. We got leading off playing second base Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting eighth and playing third base is Billy Gardner. And on the mound doing the pitching, batting ninth for the New York Yankees is Bud Daly. Let's get down here to Yankee Stadium, get this game started, folks. Hey, Carlos. Welcome, bud. And here's the pitch to Dick Hauser. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. Nice way to start this game for Bud Daly with a strikeout. That brings up Wayne Casey. Wayne's batting .251 on the year. And that's not what you want. That's a base on balls. So far, no balls have been put in play yet. We got Casey down at first, one out for Leo Posada, hitting .231 on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And A's all of a sudden making some noise here in the first and second, one out. That brings up Norm Sebring. Norm hitting .277 on the year. And that's not what you want to see if you're a Yankees fan. That's going to be a single over short. And that'll score Casey. And Posada's going to stop at second. So still first and second. Now the A's with a run in. And still only one out here for Jerry Lumpy, hitting .266. And the hits just keep coming, folks. That's a single in the left. And that's going to score Posada. Posada's going to score. And Norm Sebring's going to find himself down at third base. And now all of a sudden, folks, it's first and third and only one out. You got Darren Johnson, not very fleet of foot. It's up. Lumpy's not very fast down at first either. The Yankees are going to look to turn two here and try to get out of this with only 2 runs scoring, folks. And that's going to be a not supposed to be a double steal, and we're not going to call for that. That's going to be strike one on Johnson. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And that's going to score Sebring from third. And now it is 3-0. A's here in the top of the first. Runner down at first and Lumpy. And now 2 outs for Pignatana. Not the way Bud Daly wanted to start this. He started off with a strikeout. Looked like it was going to be a great start to the game. And we got to go back here. We got Lumpy going down the second and Sebring not scoring. Let's fix that mistake. So it was a fly ball to the left. And then we got a ground ball. We got a swing and a miss. So he starts the inning with a strikeout, ends it with a strikeout. But in between, the A's score 3. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's the 3-0. Richardson, Quebec, and Maris do up here for the Yanks. Bobby's hitting 244 in the year, folks. And he gets a base hit this time. Wraps this ball in the right field or left field. Sorry, in the left field. Bobby Richardson on with a base hit in the left. And that'll bring up Tony Quebec. Tony's hitting 285 on the year. And on the first pitch, Bobby Richardson's taking off for second, trying to steal. Here's the throw from Pignatano. And Bobby's going to make it in there safe. So now with 1 strike on Quebec, 0-1 pitch, Bobby's in scoring position. See if Tony can cash in on this. And that's going to be a ground ball, I think, back to the mound. And it is back to the mound. And Shaw's up with it. His only plays over the first. Bobby will head down the third, though, with 1 out for the Maris up now. Rogers got his batting average up to 263. He's been smoking hot. See if he can keep it up here. And they don't want no parts of Roger. That's going to be a base on balls. So Roger trots on down the first. And that'll bring up the mighty Mick. So we got first and third now. And 1 out. Can the Mick come through here? He's hitting 291. Love to get that batting average up to 300. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. That's going to be deep enough to score Bobby from third. So it makes it a 3-1 ball game. Now there's 2 outs for the Moose. See if the Moose can come through. Batting 292 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And he's going to fire over the first. Shaw is to get Moose. But that'll put Maris in scoring position for Mr. Yogi Berra. See if Yogi can get a clutch 2-out base hit here, folks. Well, that was the 3rd out. So that was out number 3. Sorry about that, folks. So we go to the top of the second. It's 3-1 A's. We got Del Greco, Shaw, and Hauser due up here for the A's. Bobby's hitting 246 on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Bud Daly not having his great stuff here today, it looks like, folks. So Del Greco down at first for Shaw. Shaw's going to try to bunt him over to second. Shaw's batting 111 on the year, folks. Here's the pitch to Shaw. And that's going to be a perfectly placed bunt down the third. Gardner comes in, picks it up. He's going to fire over to first with Bobby Richardson covering. That'll be out number 1, but Del Greco will get down the second with 1 out in scoring position. Dick Hauser struck out his first time up here, folks. Let's see if Bud Daly can get him this time. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And, a ground ball down the first. Skowron's going to toss it over to Daly covering. Del Greco will get down the third with 2 outs now. And Wayne Casey up the bat. Casey walked his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Roger Maris goes over, makes the catch for out number 3. We got Bernard and Steve Tate in the house, folks. Check out their great channels. Bernard just did 2 games today. He did the 67 World Series and a 1914 Boston game. 67 World Series is between his Red Sox and the Giants. Check out that. Steve Tate has been getting ready to do some college, some state football for Chris. So check out that stuff that Steve's been working on. He's putting NFL players in the state they was born at. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alrighty, we got Yogi, Howard, and Gardner due up here in the bottom of the second. See if Yogi can get things started here, folks. Hitting 313 on the air. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Casey at third. He's up with it. He fires over to Norm over at first. And Yogi's going to be the first out of the inning. Brings up Mr. Howard hitting 310 on the year. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. So Elston Howard gets on board, folks, with his base hit today. And Gardner's up now. Can Mr. Billy get something going? He's having a great start here. Oh, exactly, Bernard. I'm with you. Yep. Should be awesome. And here's the pitch to Billy Gardner hitting 294 on the year, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Dick Hauser's up with it, tosses it over to Lumpy, throws over to first, and that's going to end the inning, folks. That's your old 6-4-3 double play. So we go to the top of the third now. You got Posada, Sebring, and Lumpy due up here against Daly. Posada singled and scored his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. Billy Gardner's going to take charge, makes the catch out in short left field for out number 1. Brings up Norm Sebring. He singled and scored his first time up, folks. And he drove in a run. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. And he muffs that ball, holds on to it. But Norm Sebring's going to be on base with an E4. Darn, not bad, Steve. Not bad. Steve says he's on the 24th team out of 32. Here comes Lumpy. He's 1 for 1 today with a RBI. And make it 2 for 2. And that's a base hit in the right field. Roger comes in, fires that ball down the third. But Lumpy's going to be in there safely. So now we got first and third. And 1 out. Again, Bud Daly's not having a very great game here. Here's Johnson. He had a sacrifice fly his first time up. Again, the Yankees are going to play back, trying to get the double play out of Darren. And that's not going to work. That's going to be a base on balls, filling the bases. And that brings up Joe Pignatano. And again, the Yankees are still going to play back, see if they can get out of this mess. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And Sebring and Lumpy's going to tag up on this, folks. And it's going to be a 4-1 ball game. So the A's get that run right back here in the third. Take a 3-1 lead. Now we got 2 outs, runners on first and third for Del Greco. He's 1 for 1 today, folks. And that's going to be a pop-up in the foul territory in short right field. Bobby Richardson is over there, makes the catch, and that'll do it. But the A's score 1, and we get to the bottom of the third. It's 4-1, Kansas City. We got Daly, Richardson, and Kubek due up here in the third. Daly's hitting 111 on the year. And that's going to be a ball hit down the first. Norm lets that go through his wicket there, folks. That's going to be an E3. See if the Yankees can take advantage of it. Oh, exactly. That was an excellent game, wasn't it, Bernard? Yeah, with the Ravens versus Carolina in the snow in Carolina. It was lightning and thundering too. Pretty crazy. Now Bobby Richardson's up. He singled and stole a base and scored in the first. Let's see if he can do something like that again. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. Let's see who's going to take charge of this. That's going to be Casey's going to take charge of it. Makes the catch for out number 1. That brings up Tony Kubek now. Tony grounded out to the pitcher's first time up. And he's going to fly out to center field. Del Greco's out there today. He makes the catch for out number 2. So that's up to Roger Maris to keep this third inning going, folks. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning as the Yankees leave Daly aboard so the error doesn't cost them. We go to the top of the 4th, still 4-1. Shaw, Hauser, and Casey do up. Shaw sacrifice bunt first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here in the 4th. Brings up Dick Hauser's 0 for 2 today. Struck out and grounded out to the pitcher. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. So Hauser's aboard for the first time today. 1 out, runner on first. Wayne Casey. Casey 0 for 1, walked and scored. And he's going to walk again, folks. That's going to get the bullpen up. That's for sure. And Sheldon's up in the bullpen. And now we got Posada up. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled and popped up the third. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Are they going to test Rogers' arm? No, they're not. They're going to let Hauser down at second with 2 outs now. Wayne at first. And that'll bring up Norm Sebring 1 for 2 with an RBI and scored twice. Reached on an error the other time. And that's going to be hit down the second. And Bobby's up with it. Doesn't muff this one, folks. He'll toss it over to Kubek covering second. And that'll end the inning. And the Yankees get out of the mess with nobody scoring. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We got Mantle, Scourin, and Berra due up here. See if they can get something going here. Mick had a sacrifice fly his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mick will take that. Trot on down the first. The Yankees need base runners. And that brings up the Moose. Moose is hitting 291, but it's 0 for 1 though. Grounded out to the pitcher. And that's going to be back to the pitcher again. And they'll fire over to first to get Scourin. Mick will head down the second. With 1 out now for Yogi Berra. See if Yogi can get a clutch hit here, folks. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a hit in the left field. And Posada boots that ball, folks. And that's going to get Mick to score on the E7. And Yogi's going to be safe at first, folks. So not a base hit, but he gets the run in, Mr. Clutch. And it is now 4-2. Good buddy. All righty. Here's Howard now. He's 1 for 1. Let's see if he can keep it up here, folks. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Man. Shaw, I don't think he hit him on purpose, but the Yankees ain't happy. They're standing at the top of the dugout saying a few choice words to Shaw. We got first and second now for Gardner. Can he drive in Yogi and make this a 1-run ball game, folks? He's 0 for 1, hit into a double play his last time up. And does he do it again, folks? That ball's hit down the short. And Hauser fires the ball over to second. Lumpy fires over to first, but Gardner beats it out. We got first and third now with Daly up. And do we take Daly out? Sure isn't pitching that great. We got an opportunity to get some runs here. I think we're going to have to pitch hit for him. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to pitch hit for him. We're going to bring Roland Sheldon in the game, the pitch, and we're going to have Johnny Blanchard pitch hit here. Here's Johnny Legends is here. How's it going, Legends? Check out Legends channel, Sports Universe. He's doing some great things with some baseball over there. Let's see here. Where's Johnny at? There's Johnny. Can Johnny come through with a key base hit here? 2 outs in the fourth, pitch hitting for Daly. Here's the pitch to Blanchard. Only hitting 221 on the season, folks. And that didn't work out. That's a swing and a miss. Blanchard's out of there on strikes, folks. The Yankees score 1 but leave 2 ducks on the pond. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. It's a 4-2 ball game. Like I say, Sheldon's going to come out here and pitch. Oh, you're welcome, bud. I'm glad everything's doing good. Yeah, there's been a lot of games played today. That's for sure, Legends. All right. Sheldon coming on here, the pitch in the 5th. But Daly and he can go 4 innings today. He'll be facing Lumpy, Johnson, and Pignatano here in the 5th. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. And Howard makes the catch near the screen for out number 1. And that'll bring up Darren Johnson. He's 0 for 0 today. He's got a sacrifice fly and a walk. And now he's going to get a base hit. He squares this one up, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, gone, gone. Over the right field seats. Darren Johnson with his 4th home run of the year, folks. Makes it a 5-2 ball game. Pignatano's up now. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. A sacrifice fly his last time up. And he squares this one up. Drives that ball into the gap in right field. And Sheldon's getting shelled all of a sudden. Looks like no Yankee pitcher can get him out. Pignatano standing down at second with 1 out and Del Greco up. He's 1 for 2, popped up the second last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. I don't think they're going to test Mick's arm. They're not. So that'll be out number 2. And that brings up Mr. Shaw. He's 0 for 1. Sacrifice button struck out. And that's going to be a Pignatano is going to take off for third. I don't understand this move. There's the throw from Howard, and they get Pignatano. So not only is that the 3rd out, but that also means Shaw's going to lead off the 6th inning. Not very smart. So now we got Richardson, Kubek, and Maris due up here against Shaw. See if the top of the order can get something going here. Again, and now it's back to a 3-run lead. Bobby's 1 for 2 today. And he's going to fly out the center field this time, folks. So 1 down. Brings up Mr. Kubek. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. So 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Roger Maris to keep this 5th inning going, folks. And Rogers 0 for 1, walked and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field, too. So 3 fly balls, 3 outs. The Yankees go down in order. We go to the top of the 6th. Like I said, Shaw will lead off after the runner got thrown out at third, Hauser and Casey. Here's the pitch to Shaw. And that's a ground ball down the Quebec at short. He fires over to first for out number 1. That brings up Dick Hauser. He singled his last time up, struck out and grounded out his other 2 times. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third, and Billy Gardner throws that ball in the dirt. Luckily, Scourin's able to scoop it up, but Dick will be safe at first, error on third. That brings up Wayne Casey. He's 0 for 1, walked twice and scored. And he ain't walking this time. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field, and with Hauser's speed, he's going to score, folks. Just like that. Now it's 6-2. The Yankees aren't able to get the A's out today, folks. Now you got Posada standing down Casey standing down at second with Posada up. Posada's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Yogi makes the catch. Casey will stay planted down there at second with 2 outs. And Norm Sebring's up now. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and scored twice. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, I believe. Nope, it's hit down the first. Scourin's up with it, tosses over to Sheldon to end the inning. But thanks to the Casey double, they add to the lead, and it's a 4-run lead now, folks. They got the heart of the lineup due up here in the 6th. They got to score some runs, I think, with these boys to get back in it. Mantle, Scourin, and Bear to face Shaw. Mix 0 for 0. He's sacrificed fly and a walk. And they're going to walk him again. I don't know. Mick can't hit a grand slam with nobody on. I think I'd have pitched to him in that situation. Here comes Scourin now. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out both times back to the Shaw. But not this time, folks, because that ball is launched in the right field. Johnson going back. All he can do is watch this one fly out of the ballpark, folks. And just like that, the Yankees are back in this game. It's 6-4. That brings up Yogi with nobody out. See if Yo can keep this hit parade going. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Dick Hauser. He plants and throws. Norm Sebring makes the catch over at first, and Bear is out for out number 1. And here's Mr. Howard. He's a perfect 1 for 1 today. Got hit by pitches last time. Love to make Shaw pay for that. But that ball is, believe it or not, folks, that ball is hit back to Shaw. Almost took his head off. He comes up with it, fires over to first, but shaking up. That ball's in the dirt. And Howard's on with an E1. Howard tried to take his head off, but he gets on with an error. That'll bring up Billy Gardner. He's grounded out the short and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's not what you want to see if you're a Yankee fan. That ball is hit down the second. Jerry Lumpy's up with it. Over to short. Over to first. And that's Gardner's second double play of the game, folks. 4-6-3 ends the inning. But the Yankees do score 2 and make it a 6-4 ball game. We got Lumpy, Johnson, and Pignatano up here in the 7th inning. Can Sheldon hold this to a 2-run lead and give the Yankees a chance here? Lumpy's 2 for 3. And that's a ground ball down the second. Bobby's up with it. He'll fire over to Scourin for out number 1. And that brings up Darren Johnson, who's 1 for 1. He sacrificed fly, walked, and homered his last time up, folks. And that's going to be hit down to Tony Quebec at short. Quebec makes a nice clean throw over to first. Scourin's got it. 2 up and 2 down. And now it's up to Pignatano to keep this inning alive. He's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. And that's popped up straight up the chute. In foul territory, Howard makes the catch, and the A's finally go down in order, and we go to the 7th inning stretch. We'll have a pitch hitter for Sheldon, then back to the top of the order for the Yankees. And Bob Howell is going to come out here and pitch hit his first plate appearance for the Yankees after being brought over on July 30th. See if Bob can get things started here in the bottom of the 7th. Like I say, this is his first plate appearance. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Casey. He's going to come up with it, fire over to first, and that'll be out number 1. We're back to the top of the order now. And it's Bobby Richardson's up now, 1 for 3. Scored and stole a base, and they walk Bobby. The Yankees will take it. That brings the tying run up to the plate, folks. Tony Kubek's up now. Tony's 0 for 3. He's grounded out to the pitcher and flown out to center and right. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Bobby Richardson's going to stop at second. He's not going to get thrown out at third with Roger up. So here comes Mr. Maris. See if Roger can get the Yankees ahead here, folks. First and second, one swing and a bat, and the Yankees could have a 7-6 lead, folks. And no, he doesn't. That ball is hit down to short, and Dick Hauser's up with it. He fires over to second. There'll be no throw. Kubek gets in there with a nice slide and breaks that up. So we got first and third for the Mick. Mick is walked twice and had a sacrifice fly. Let's see if he can come through here, folks. And that ball is well hit. That ball is back. That ball is far. That ball is going over the 296 mark, folks. And that's a 3-run homer. The M&M boys come through, and the Yankees take a 7-6 lead, folks. How about that? True. And now we got the Moose up. Scowron, who is 1 for 3 with a home run himself today, folks. Here's the pitch to the Moose. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Casey. He fires over to first in this inning, but the Yankees score 3 on the 3-run homer by Mick. And that changes everything. They was going to bring Art Detmer in. Now they're going to bring Luis in to try to close this game out, folks. Luis will be facing the bottom part of the order here for the A's. We'll have Del Greco and then a pitch hitter, and then back to Dick Hauser at the top of the order. So here's the pitch to Del Greco. He's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not how you want to start this 8th inning if you're Luis. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Shaw. Let's see who's going to come out to pitch hit. I think it's going to be Virgil's going to come out here and pitch hit. There's Ozzie Virgil. So nobody out. Del Greco down at first. Here's the pitch to Virgil. And that's going to be an infield hit, folks. All of a sudden, the A's now with the both base runners on. That's an infield hit, first and second, and nobody out. Back to the top of the order here. The Yankees trying to hold on to this 1-run lead. Here's Dick Hauser, 1 for 4. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. The Yankees needed that. Infield fly rules in effect. Chubak makes the catch to make it official. One big out here, and the runners hold. That brings up Wayne Casey now. 1 for 2 today and walked twice. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Don't think anybody's going to tag up on Yog. They're not. So now 2 outs and still first and second. Can Luis get out of this mess with nobody scoring, folks? Here's Posada up. He's 1 for 4 today. And that is going to be a ground ball down the third. Gardner's up with it. Fires over to first. So the A's 2 on and nobody out. Leave them stranded. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Now he's going to come in here to pitch for the A's. Got a lefty and then the righty's coming up. A's don't have much of a bullpen. That's for sure. Once you get past some of their starters, it's pretty ugly. Shaw and Archer's probably their best 2 pitchers. See who they're going to bring in here. Okay. I think they're going to bring in Bill Fisher here. Fisher's going to come in the pitch to face Yogi, Howard, and Gardner. Probably the best arm we got out in the bullpen. All righty, here's Yogi. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error one time. Let's see if he can start this 8th inning off and give the Yankees some cushion as they go to the 9th. And that is going to be a base hit in the right field, left field rather. Nice piece of hit, and Yogi goes the other way. And he's on with a base hit. So Yogi down at first with nobody out for Mr. Howard. He's 1 for 2 today. He's been on base all 3 times. Single, hit by a pitcher, and reached on an error. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. Yogi is going to motor on down the third. Johnson gets over, cuts it off, but Howard will stop at first. And we got first and third now, folks, and nobody out. Can Mr. Gardner come through here and add some insurance? He's hitting the 2 double plays. It might be who they want up here. But I think the A's have got to bring the infield in. They can't give up any more runs here. And a double play is still going to score Yogi. So like I say, the A's are going to bring the infield in. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Is that going to be deep enough to score Yogi? Yeah. No, it's not. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. A fly ball to center field will score him, not the left. So fly ball to center field, Yogi scores. And that gives the Yankees a 2-run cushion here. Luis is up. I'll try to sacrifice Howard over in the scoring position. He is 1 for 3 on the year, though, folks. Hitting .333. He's trying to talk me out of making him bunt, but we're going to let him bunt. And that is going to be a pass ball, folks. A pass ball. So Howard's down at second now with 1 ball on Luis. And we are going to let him hit away now that he's down at second. Here's the 1-0 count. And does he come through, folks? He might just come through here. That's going to be a single right out of the reach of Norm Sebring. And that ball is going to roll away from him. And Howard's going to motor on down the third. And just like that, Luis is on. We got first and third because we don't need no stinking DH. So the pass ball cost them. and let Luis swing away. The Yankees was trying just to get him over the second, and it bites him in the butt. Comeback is right, legends. Now Bobby Richardson's up. He's 1 for 3. Can he give the Yankees a third run here lead? And he sure does, folks. That's going to be it'll be a fly ball at center field. But with one out, that's going to score Howard. And all of a sudden now the Yankees are up 9-6. Now 2 outs, Luis down at first. What happened there? Oh, hit the wrong button. That's what happened there. There we go. That'll get him down there. Now I'll bring up Quebec now with 2 outs. Luis down at first. Tony's 1 for 4 today. And he's going to get a base hit. I don't know if he's going to be able to drive Luis in with being a slow runner out there. He says he can take his time, folks. That ball is crushed. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Tony Quebec with a 2-run homer. And the Yankees have busted this game open in the 7th and 8th inning. And they're leading 11-6. And that brings up the mighty Maris. He was 0 for 3. Would like to get off the snide here since everybody's starting to hit. Here's the pitch to Roger, but he won't. That'll be an easy ground ball down the third. Casey's up with it, fires over to Sebring. That'll end the inning, but not until the Yankees add 4 runs here and give Luis a 5-run cushion, folks. We got Sebring, Lumpy, and Johnson due up against him. Here's the pitch to Norm. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Luis is going to try to make this an interesting game, it looks like. Here comes Jerry Lumpy in the 8th inning. He had the first 2 batters on him, pitched around it. Lumpy's up now 2 for 4. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Excuse me. Moose comes up with it, tosses it over to Luis covering. So Sebring will get down the second, but there's the all-important first out. Brings up Darren Johnson now, 1 for 2 with a home run, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field, not deep enough. Yogi's got room out there. Makes the catch for out number 2. A's are down to the last out, and it's up to Pignatano, 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Rogers out there waiting on it. It comes down, makes the catch, and that'll do it. A nice comeback victory for the Yanks, folks. Let's go to the box score here. So take a drink here. All righty. We got the A's 6 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. They out-hit the Yankees. Yankees 11 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Everybody but Shaw for the A's had a hit. Like I say, the Yankees couldn't get them out. Just outscored them. Lumpy with 2 hits. Johnson with a home run. Casey and Pignatano with doubles, man. Like I say, this just kept hitting, but not enough. They left 10 men on base, sure. They was only 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position, folks. That hurt. Look at the Yankees. I think everybody but Gardner had a hit, and Daly. Billy Gardner hit into 2 double plays. But you had Howard with 2 hits. Quebec with 2 hits. Oh, Roger didn't have a hit. Roger was 0 for 4. You had Mick, Quebec, and Skowron with home runs. That was Mickey's 33rd of the year, folks. Yankees, the big difference was 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Only left 4 men on base. That's the difference in the game. What did I say? They left 10 on and was 2 for 13. The Yankees came through when they had to. Shaw, 7 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Walked 4, struck out 2, and gave up 2 big home runs. Fisher came in and couldn't hold them. Gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, and a home run. Daly did not pitch a good game, gets off the hook. 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 3. Sheldon comes on and didn't pitch that great, to be honest. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Gave up a home run, but gets the win. Luis comes in, shuts the door with a 2-inning save, 1 hit, walk 2. Let's do some fast play here in the American League. We got the Twins traveling to Baltimore, take on the Orioles. See what happens down here in Baltimore. The former Senators travel to Baltimore and get beat. The Twins 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. The Orioles 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. And then got the Angels traveling to Boston to take on the Red Sox, Bernard. See what happens up here in Beantown. And the Angels win a close one. 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Red Sox 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. Then we got the White Sox traveling to Cleveland to take on the Indians. And the White Sox take it to the Indians. 8 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. Indians 2 runs on 13 hits and no errors. Oh, you're welcome, Bernard. Thanks for your 2 games. They was awesome games. Yeah. And the last game here in the American League is the Senators taking on the Tigers out in Detroit. Jim Bunning's on the mound with a 2 ERA, folks. See what he does here today. And the Senators take it to him, folks. 4 runs on 7 hits and an error, and the Tigers 3 runs on 5 hits and an error. This game might have went into extra innings, folks. At the very least, they came back to beat them because Ernie got the win. Let's take a look at the box score here. Senators scored 2 in the 9th to win this ball game, folks. Let's see if excuse me, if Bunning was still pitching in the 9th. He was. He gave up the runs, folks. Bunning went the distance and lost in the 9th. 9 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 7. Let's see if that home run was what did him in the 9th. Nope. The home run was in the 7th. It was started the inning off with a pop up, then a single, then a strikeout, then the double. Didn't score on the double. It was a 2 RBI single, folks, by Green, the catcher. How about that? Let's take a look now at the standings and the leaderboard. So the Yankees are 5.5 games up on the Tigers and the Orioles. The Twins are 9.5 games back. White Sox are 10 games back. Angels 18.5 games back. Indians 24. Red Sox 25. The Senators 31.5. And the A's are 35.5 games back. You got Jim with the Indians leading the league with a 3.34 ERA. Roger now with 45 home runs, leading the league. Mix back in 4th place with 33. You got Cash and Gentile tied with 35. Norm Cash with 100 RBIs on the year, folks. Scour 96, Mick with 93. Maris with his 45 home runs, 87 RBIs. Let's look here at the pitching. Bunning's ERA's up to 209 now. And Whitey's only one game behind him with wins. Bunning's got 17. Whitey's got 16. Luis is up to 26 saves on the year, folks. And Cash is barely leading in MVP voting over Roger. And Whitey's making the Cy Young race a little tighter. Elston Howard's on a 10-game hitting streak, folks. And Clint Boyer, who hasn't been playing, is on a 6-game hitting streak. Yeah. All righty, I want to thank Bernard. Check out his great channel, Bernard Strom's Sports Replays. Legend Sports Universe, check out his great channel, folks. Steve Tate, check out his great channel. And Carlos was in here. And if you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. Knowing your way out of Yankee Stadium, hit the bell, the like button, and leave a comment, folks. Until next time, y'all have a great evening, and y'all take care.